This is Iris Lloyd, president of CUPE New Brunswick, and you are listening to CUPE Talks in the Maritimes with Nick and Chris.
Do you have any takeaways that you're going to be taking from the courses that you've learned so far?
Yes. So I've done a lot of the single day training courses through CUPE already. And one of the most valuable things is speaking and discussing events and experiences with the other participants.
And I would love to see more members get involved with anything, whether it's start out on a small committee. We want to see,
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've learned here this week?
It's a great learning experience, and as long as I've been around and involved, I'm still learning.
I am Nicholas London, co-host of CUPE Talk in the Maritimes.
I'm Chris Watson, president of the New Brunswick Federation of Labour and co-host of CUPE Talk in the Maritimes.
Hi, my name is Brian Watson, former president of CUPE New Brunswick and now the producer of CUPE Talk in the Maritimes and across Canada.
Wes Wills, Local 380 Vice President.
Hey, this is Justin Spooner, Region DVP and First Vice President of CUPE 1253.
I'm Shelby Dodge, President of Local 3226.
Karen Tier, President of the New Brunswick Council of Nursing Home Unions.
I'm Jamie Agnew, and I'm the President of CUPE Local 963, representing New Brunswick Liquor Store, retail, and warehouse workers.
I'm Sherry Hillier, President of CUPE Newfoundland and Labrador and General Vice President for the Atlantic Maritimes.
I'm Cheryl Ann Keown, and I'm the Healthcare Council President, PEI, and I also sit on Local 805.
Quay, hello. This is Kathy Johnson, President of CUPE 5446.
Hi, my name is Dorinda Smith. I'm from Local 813.
I'm Teresa McAllister, Provincial President of CUPE 2745 Educational Support Staff.
Bonjour, ici Alain Soucy, membre du SCFP, Syndicat canadien de la fonction publique.
Hey everyone, this is Candice Rennick, CUPE's National Secretary Treasurer, and you're listening to CUPE Talk in the Maritimes.
Hey, this is Mark Hancock, CUPE National President, and you're listening to CUPE Talk in the Maritimes.
Be CUPE Talk in the Maritimes, and that right there may be the Federation of Labor president here in New Brunswick. And I need to say one thing: welcome to our show, Chris.
Good evening, my brother. Thank you for having me, and thank you for joining as well. We are excited. We are one episode away from our 1 year, but we have lots of things to discuss.
Brother, we've got a jam-packed show. And I'm going to start right off by saying that I just received the PSAC update on things going on in the Atlantic, things that are happening. So we're going to cover that. I've got it all in my notes. I want to thank them right off the hop. I literally just got it right now during the intro to this show. And I've already got it up on the screen with me. So we're going to be talking about that. Brother Chris, we got a ton of stuff on the agenda today.
Yeah, and shout out to them for getting back to us so quickly. I mean, we sent that message earlier, and to get an update, that's going to be awesome. It's awesome for us, and it's awesome for the membership. Again, we've got lots of things that we need to discuss. We've got some stuff happening coast to coast, and we've got some stuff happening right here in the Maritimes and the Atlantic region as well. So, Nick, without further ado, let's dive right into it. What have we got going on?
Well, I'm going to read verbatim what I've got, and you and I are going to break it down. We're going to start right off the hop. I'll read the first part, and you and I will discuss it from the PSAC Atlantic. So it's federal workforce adjustments are now being felt across the Atlantic region, with PSAC members receiving layoff notices in multiple departments as widely public service cuts continue. These reductions threaten frontline services that Atlantic communities rely on and will have real impacts on workers, families, and service deliveries across the region. Chris, let's talk about that. Let's get right down to that. I mean, my God, layoffs, the one thing we do not need in this country right now.
Right. And, when we're talking layoffs, we're not just talking 10, 20, 30 layoffs. It's been reported that there's upwards of 1,775 workforce adjustment notices that were handed out to members. So, we're talking a huge number of jobs that are going to be affected here.
The thing that blows my mind really is the fact that we vote the federal, I'll call them the our employees, the federal employees that we vote into these roles, whether they're prime ministers, premiers, MLAs, we vote them in. Therefore, we're their boss. What I don't get is how they turn around. They say, thank you for your support. We got you. And then say, oh, hey, by the way, thank you for voting us in, but we're going to lay you off now. That's where I get so confused. You know what I mean? Like, these people are supposed to make sure that Canada stays where it's at, that it's good and it's healthy and terrific, and bring us up and help us and help the older generation, help the new generation, make sure that everyone is prosperous. But yet they're turning around and they're cutting costs and they're trying to act like they're innocent. It's just awful, and all the way around.
Right. I saw a Twitter post earlier from their national president for PSAC, and it said, workers and the people who depend on public services are in the dark. You don't build a stronger country by gutting the very programs that make up its foundation. And so, we're going to keep our eyes and ears open with this, and I'm going to be continuing to work on it myself, obviously, as a Federation of Labor. But we're going to keep our eyes and ears open with this, and any more that comes about here on CUPE Talk in the Maritimes, we'll have it uploaded to all of our social media platforms. If there's anything, if there's any education that may be coming up about it, if there's any links for petitions, anything like that, we'll be there to show our support 100% and do whatever's necessary to project the message out to the membership and the general public.
Absolutely. Last night, the PSAC Atlantic held a region-wide virtual town hall to answer members' questions about the WFA process. And we are continuing to train locals and support their leaderships as adjustments unfold. More town halls and support sessions will be held in the weeks ahead. One of the things I want to say about that right off the hop is good on the PSAC. Good on them for wanting to keep their members in the know, letting them know that, hey, yes, these things are happening, but we got your back. And we will continue to come up with tools to put in our toolbox to combat these issues. Last night, the PSAC Atlantic held a region-wide virtual town hall to answer members' questions about the WFA process. And we are continuing to train locals and support their leadership as adjustments unfold. More town halls and support sessions will be held in the weeks ahead. That speaks volumes to me, because while all this is going down, the PSAC is making sure that their leadership, those folks are up to date and they know what is happening, and preparing them with tools that they may not necessarily have at this moment in their toolbox. So hats off to PSAC. But what do you think hearing all that?
It's so disheartening, when you hear about these cuts, and, what people don't realize with the cuts is the level of service is going to go down, right? We heard the federal budget. We heard about how much they're talking about AI with artificial intelligence. And my worry is, they're going to rely on AI so much by eliminating all these different jobs that, things are going to go wrong. So my concern is, we're going the way of that, and we're eliminating the workforce. So, the level of service is going to go down, and, the communities are going to get hit. These members are, within their communities, right? They buy the groceries, get their gas, put their kids in sports, and all these other things too. So now, when you lose your job through these cuts and everything too, all these other things take a hit. So this is just a trickle down effect. So I know there was a post last night made by our treasurer, Nick Malte, who's also a member of the UCTE Local 60602. When they conducted over the weekend, they conducted the training uh, for the workforce adjustments. And also, he extended something out on his platform saying that if you're not in his local and you're having trouble reaching their local, to send him a message and he will help you get connected and get answers as well. So thank you to Nick for doing that as well through there. But we gotta stay sharp and we gotta stick together on this. We need to show solidarity to these workers. So like I said, stay tuned for anything coming up, and we're going to make you aware, and we'll be there 100% to support them.
Absolutely, we will. And I'll read through the last two parts and we'll go from there. The PSAC has also launched an alternation platform to help members affected by the WFA explore potential matches into other positions within the public service. PSAC continues to push back against harmful cuts while ensuing members have the tools and support they need during this period of uncertainty. So, again, hats off to them because I can tell just by reading that they are working overtime to make sure that their members are safe. And as far as I'm concerned, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, we've heard reports of it, from the multiple leadership, and I can say that they are working very diligently on doing what's best and fighting back for the membership. So, hats off to them and all their hard work.
Absolutely. For more information on the ongoing updates, guys, you can visit their website at PSACatlantic.ca. You can also follow them. They're on Facebook and Instagram. I assume it's PSAC Atlantic. And we will also try to get more of an update, maybe have someone come on the show. As always, the labor movement, they don't need to ask. They can just tell us they want to come on the show because we are very much an open book and we love supporting everyone. So, Chris, why don't we take a break? When we come back is when I want to begin going through the different stuff on the agenda for the show. Does that work for you, brother?
Sounds good to me, brother.
Attention vehicle owners, tired of juggling tire issues and car maintenance? Meet Discount Tire and Automotive, your one-stop solution for comprehensive tire and automotive services. From top brand tire sales to expert installations and repairs, we've got your wheels covered. Our experienced technicians handle oil changes, brake repairs, and alignments, ensuring your car is road ready. Desire a smoother, safer drive? Discover competitive pricing paired with exceptional customer service. Don't wait. Schedule your appointment with Discount Tire and Automotive today. Drive with confidence, knowing your vehicle's in expert hands. Come in and see the team, and remember, Discount Tire and Automotive is an official sponsor of CUPE Talk in the Maritimes. At Higgins Insurance, we understand that protecting what matters most, your family, your home, your livelihood, is not just a policy, it's a promise. As a trusted provider serving Atlantic Canadians for over 25 years, we're proud to offer personalized coverage tailored to your unique needs, whether it's auto, home, or life insurance. Our team is committed to transparency, reliability, and exceptional service, ensuring peace of mind through every stage of life. Let Higgins Insurance be your partner in protection. Because when it comes to your future, you deserve nothing less than confidence. The official insurance of CUPE Talk.
I mean, the first thing we have to talk about on this wonderful list of things is the 1 year anniversary show, brother. Very excited. Obviously, this was the poster that was released, and you and I are very excited with a lot of great stuff coming.
Yeah, I'm quite excited. I mean, honestly, when you celebrate a milestone, like this for what we do, uh, you just can't help but be excited. So, 1 year anniversary next month. Come and check it out.
2 weeks away, 2 weeks exactly from today. Like it says, it's going to be live on YouTube. Of course, it'll be available on all major podcast platforms and www.cupetalk.ca. Check out our great sponsors, of course, Higgins, Chardo, Discount Tire, Carrick's Barbering and Artwork. And of course, we couldn't do this show without CUPE New Brunswick, CUPE Nova Scotia, CUPE PEI, and of course, CUPE Newfoundland, and all of CUPE and all of our affiliates and all of our labor movement family across this great country. So definitely check it out. It's going to be a top-notch show. This is a big one. This is coming up. This is here because I need people to understand the importance of a rally. Brother Chris, you have been to more rallies than one could probably shake a stick. Explain to the listeners how important a rally is.
A rally is important because, even though you might go somewhere and let's say you're at an MLA's office and that MLA isn't there, there's people watching. There's always people counting heads. There's people taking inventory and looking at who's there and how much noise, and it makes an impact. It not only makes an impact, for the people that you're lobbying, but it also makes an impact for what you're lobbying for. The more people that are there shows more importance of the cause. And the more people that are there, the more the troops are fired up and ready to take on what it is that you're rallying for. Obviously, this one, it's a rally for long-term care. I mean, everything you rally for is important, but I mean, long-term care, that's our most vulnerable. So come out, show your support from 12 till 2. I understand there will be people working, but there's always people that are in between shifts, haven't started yet. You don't need to stay the entire time at a rally either. People always think you got to be there from 12 till 2 or 10 till whatever the time is. But if you can come 20 minutes, if you can stay 12 till 2, great. But if you can come for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, that's equally as important. So if you got the opportunity, come out, support the rally for long-term care.
That's right. And remember, guys, this is the backbone of the health industry. These are where, our most vulnerable will go, usually in most cases. But, it's so important that you remember that they're not asking for a lot. That's the thing about this, is they're not asking for a lot. Right now, with this rally, they're asking for support and love. And whether Chris and I are there or not, we're there in spirit. They know that. We know that. And that would never change. So, Chris, Port Hastings, Nova Scotia. It's going to be around the Canso Causeway roundabout. Pretty good spot. A roundabout would be very beneficial for this rally.
Absolutely. And it's a week from tomorrow. So next Wednesday, January the 28th, again, 12 till 2.
Now, this here, I'm going to give you guys some context on this. So we wear black because long-term care was ignored. They are certainly not wrong. Here's a little insight on it for you, okay? So join us in wearing black on January 29th and 30th in a province-wide display of solidarity with long-term care workers in their fight for respect and fairness. Let's show Tim Houston and his PC government that we stand together with our sisters, brothers, comrades, friends who provide critical services in Nova Scotia every day. Now, this follows pretty much the rally. We're in New Brunswick. We're in St. John. I will be wearing black on the 29th and the 30th to show my support. And I will be posting it on CUPE Talk in the Maritimes. But Chris, from your perspective as someone who, I know we did it a long time ago, we wore black on Fridays to show, I think it was all that. But this is not about New Brunswick right now. This is about Nova Scotia. Tim Houston seems to be thinking that this is a joke. Where do you put this on your scale, on your Richter scale?
You know what? Anytime anybody's willing to do an action over an issue, I put that on the top of my scale. So, the good thing is with being asked to wear black with these sorts of things is, if someone's not able to attend a rally, they can throw on something black. If you are out and about, you can be wearing black. So when people see this sort of thing, and then they, especially in the workplaces, when people start noticing that everyone's wearing black, they start to put together that something's up and they start to ask questions. Why is everyone wearing black? And you can say, well, we are wearing black because long-term care was ignored. And you can thank Tim Houston for that. So, that's how you bring awareness. It's almost like wearing a button, but you're not wearing a button. You're just wearing a certain color. So wearing black for that, it's a small ask. Take a picture, before you go into work and say, I'm wearing black today because long-term care was ignored. Tag Tim Houston in it. You can do that in Nova Scotia. You can do that. I'm supporting healthcare workers because long-term care was ignored. And then I can tag Tim Houston. And then they can see that other provinces are also aware of what's going on as well. Because like we say in the labor movement, an injury to one is an injury to all. So when we talk about going coast to coast to coast and CUPE Atlantic and CUPE in the Maritimes, things like that, we can participate in this as well. So on January 29th and 30th, wear black if you can to support long-term care and it being ignored, and tag Tim Houston.
Seems to be a lot of negativity based around Tim Houston. Tim should probably take the hint. That's what I'm thinking here. I'm going to switch things to a little bit of a positive. The Women's Conference, March 6th and 7th, 2026 at the Delta Hotel in Dartmouth. Solidarity, leadership, inspiration. Chris, we were just a part of the Women's Gala here in St. John, New Brunswick at the Delta. It was a huge success. It was a wonderful evening. What can you say about the Women's Conference?
So the Women's Conference, so the one that we held here was to recognize a Woman of the Year award for the New Brunswick Federation of Labor. But the Women's Conference, March 6th and 7th, as you know, March 8th is International Women's Day. So that's a day, when we honor the women who organize, lead, and stand up for fairness in our workplaces and communities, from pay equity to safe workplaces and respect on the job. The ones that fight for gender justice and other worker issues. It's a day to recognize them. So to have this solidarity, leadership, inspiration on this women's conference, it's very important to get out and support that. Obviously it's down in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. So I would really encourage all labor organizations that are in the area, if you have the ability to attend, please attend.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great evening. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know I've been a part of the Women's Leadership Gala. I absolutely love it. This year, it was my wife and I attended it, and we really enjoyed it. Of course, hats off to Susan Caldwell from 2745, which we are actually going to cover. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Chris and I are going to cover a little bit of CUPE.ca, 2745. We're going to also cover a little bit of YUFA. And I think this is very cool, playing pool in Newfoundland. More after this.
Charred Oak Designs creates custom, personalised gift products. With 2 lasers, a CNC, and all the woodworking tools needed to create your perfect gift. From board games, cutting boards for wedding gifts, and everything in between. Got an idea? Give me a shout at info@charredoak.ca. Find me on Facebook under Charred Oak Designs.
Looking for more than just a haircut? Step into Carrick's Barbering and Artwork, where style meets creativity and community pride. Mike Carrick isn't just your friendly neighborhood barber. He's also a talented artist who brings portraits to life, offering both fresh cuts and one-of-a-kind drawings for his customers. With walk-ins always welcome, fair prices, and a warm smile that greets everyone at the door, Mike takes great pride in his profession and goes the extra mile to make sure you leave happy. Carrick's Barbering and Artwork is proud to support our community and proud to support you. Stop by today and experience the perfect blend of craftsmanship and care. Located at 27 Waterloo Street, St. John, NB, Carrick's Barbering and Artwork is an official sponsor of CUPE Talk in the Maritimes.
When it comes to CUPE, and people say, where do you get all the information? This is where we get it. This is where Chris and I are most fortunate, because the one thing about CUPE.ca is it keeps you up to date with everything. Chris, building power together. Could you say it any other way when it comes to CUPE?
I'm telling you, going to those social media sites and just having a look is a great way to keep up to date with any news. So I encourage everyone, click the QR code, check it out.
You won't be disappointed, I'll tell you that. And of course, if you are not a CUPE union, all that information is there as well. And you can find a lot of resources there if you are indeed a CUPE local. And that's the one thing about CUPE National. They make sure that everyone
One thing I
has.
will bring, and one thing that's also beneficial when you go on the CUPE National website is there's a spot for locals. You can go on and order materials. You can order pins, brochures, and all kinds of different things for your local, and they will ship them right to your house. So check it out.
It's a great deal, guys. You don't want to miss it. Like I said, the QR code is there. Scan it. Take a look. Also, you can sign up for the newsletter, which I know Chris and I both receive every single day. And because of the newsletter, we're able to bring you all these stories that matter. And it's important that you know what is happening in and around your area. So, Chris, let's talk a little bit about this, the picket lines and another solidarity rally coming. Actually, it already came. It came 4 hours ago. However, the fact of the matter is this, it's another rally. It seems like a day, like it's a lot of rallies in the next couple of weeks here in Canada. Here on the East Coast, of course, out in the West Coast, there's just a lot of rallies happening. And you said it best about everyone coming together, and it does something for the environment, and people pay attention and people watch it more than you think. Week 13, an absolute disgrace that it's even 13 weeks. Chris, what is the one thing that CUPE 1281 needs the public to realize?
They need to make the public just aware of what it is that their issue is. But I mean, week 13, that's something that you really focus on. You say, okay, like we're on week 13 here. Obviously, these members aren't backing down. The issues that they're pushing are serious. Because really, when you go on strike, you don't just decide, oh, let's go on strike on a Monday and we'll be back on a Friday. When you go on strike, it's for a specific reason. So being out there for 13 weeks is huge. So we want to send our shout out of solidarity to these workers. This rally was at 12 today. So maybe we can try to reach out and see how that rally went, see how well it was attended. But again, get out to these rallies when you hear about them, when you see them. You can have 6 members out there shouting and chanting for the cause, and people are going to look over and drive by. You have 60 people out there, people are going to slow down, look and see what's going on. You put 600 people out there, people are going to be wondering what the hell's going on. And then you put 1,000 or more out there, then you've really got the ground shaken. So the more members that get out, the better. That's how you gain traction. So I hope this rally was well attended, and I'm sure that they're not done yet, should they still have to continue to be on strike. So stay tuned for more information as this progresses.
Absolutely. And that CUPE Talking the Maritimes will cover it all. So, Chris, we talked earlier, you brought up 2745. what kind of update, if at all any, could you give us here today?
So, you've heard us talk about the library workers and all the issues that are going on there in the past. So, what we know currently, I've had a few people reach out to me and just want to know. So, what we know right now is that the dispute with the Department of Education in 2745, as well as the Finance and Treasury Board, regarding the elimination of school library workers. They will continue to and always be an integral part of the education system. And 2745 will help support and these workers also help support literacy skills to students. So 2745 is still currently working on this file. It is in the courts, and they're hoping to overturn these cuts. So we will continue to support them every way, shape possible. I know I had an AGM the other Literacy Coalition for New Brunswick, and they continued to say that they would push support for these workers as well. So, keep up the fight, 2745, Teresa McAllister and all her executive, and us here at CUPE Talk in the Maritimes. We have your back. We always will, and we'll always stand in solidarity and do what's necessary to support.
That's right. And just because we're here, and I'm going to just say it, but Chris, you and I, CUPE New Brunswick, we're going to be there again. We're going to have this all set up. We're going to be ready to roll. Somehow, some way, we're going to get Teresa McAllister in front of a camera, as we always do, because she loves us and we love her too. And we're going to get a good conversation going with her. And I'm looking forward to that. That's the one thing about these conventions is you do get to see people you don't see every day. And it's nice to play that game of catch up. So, CUPE New Brunswick convention coming up in April. Chris and I will be there in the gallery, set up like we were last year, bringing content to you folks as much as we can. So it's going to be great. Chris, I don't know where to start with this one. I'm almost upset that we didn't think of this idea because it's brilliant.
Who doesn't love a game of darts? I love a good game of darts. I don't claim to be good at it, but I like it. But the second annual charity dart tournament, blind draw, teams picked the day of the event. Must be a CUPE member to participate over in CUPE Newfoundland, Knights of Columbus Building, 49 St. Clair Avenue, February 28th, 2026, 11 a.m. The cost is $20 per member. And again, it says on the flyer here, this is a great way to meet fellow unionists and have a lot of fun. Pizza will be provided, lounge on site that will sell drinks and snacks. If interested, email Aaron Woodfine at aaronwoodfine@gmail.com with your local number and dart average if you know it. Deadline to register is February. Sounds like an amazing time. I wish we could be there in CUPE Newfoundland to participate in that. So again, if you're a CUPE member over there, $20 a member, get out, have a great time. Pizza's provided. What better way to meet fellow unionists and have a lot of fun?
And I can't say that enough. This is a great way to meet fellow unionists and have lots of fun. That is amazing because, again, not everyone sees each other. Not everyone does things together. It's not anything disrespectful. It's just the way that things are. It's the way life is. So to have this opportunity to be together and be able to do this, to me, is just, it's such an amazing thing. I'm so excited for them. So as we head back to the main spot where we were, and we discuss a little bit more about all this great stuff that went on today, Chris, what did you think of this episode?
You know what? I thought it was really good. For those who are going to watch it in visual form, seeing the flyers and things like that, I find that's very helpful. So I like what you did there. And, I thought, we have some work to do as the labor movement. We have a lot of solidarity to give out, and we have a lot of work to do with supporting members at all
I agree. Again, what a great episode. And it's wonderful that we're able to connect like this, give the listeners the best content possible. The stories are important, they need to get out. And that's where you and I come in. As I like to say, if it's happening in the labor movement, QB Talking to Maritimes has you covered. And if you love this show, you love what we're putting down, scan the QR code above my head, and that is our YouTube channel. Give it a follow. Give us 5-star review if you want. We're not telling you what to do, but always helps. Chris, 2 weeks from now, we are back in probably the biggest show you and I are going to do in 2026, and that is the 1-year anniversary of this great show.
I can't wait, to think about we're gonna be celebrating our 1 year. Huge. So I'm gonna say a preemptive congratulations to you, congratulations to us, pat ourselves on the back. Thank you to everyone who's made this a success. Thank you to all our sponsors. And let's go out again, show some solidarity, and attend rallies when necessary.
Thank you, brother. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time.